myself, M.R. Samal, Faculty, Department of Civil Engineering, Government Polytechnic, Kendrapada. In the previous class, we have covered the design of timber structures, two portions, that is preliminary concepts and the codal provisions. Now next we will have problem solving. So the problems are generally of two types: analysis problem and design problems. So analysis problem is that section is given and we have to determine the load carrying capacity, whereas in design problem the load is given and we have to find the suitable section. So these two types of problems we shall deal with. So first we will take up a analysis problem. The question is, determine the shape axial load on a circular column of diameter 180 mm made up of deodar HP wood. The unsupported length of the pin and column is 3 meter and it is situated in an outside location. So this is the question. So we have to first note down the data meticulously so that our problem solving will be easier. So data, first we take that diameter is 180 meters. So diameter of circular column is 180 millimeter. Timber species, it is given deodar HP. It is Himachal Pradesh. So it does timber species. Then unsupported length of the column S is 3 meter, that is 3000 millimeter, and end condition is pin ended. And location type, it is outside. But what is required, we have to find out the shape axial load P. So we will solve the problem in stepwise manner so that it will be easier to understand. So first step is permissible stress for the species of timber. So from table 1, for deodar wood and outside location, what is the permissible compressive stress parallel to the grain, FCP, that is parallel to the grain. This is the value 6.9 MPa and value of elastic modulus E is 9.48 divided by 3 MPa, that we can get it from table 1. So just you see here, this is a table, concise table that has been extracted from the code. So here parallel to the grain and the variety of timber is deodar. So we have to go through this and go through this to find the value. So from there we get 6.9 MPa, etc., and value of Young's modulus also there in that table. Then as step 2, we have to find out the slenderness ratio of the column. Actually, to determine strength, the strength is very much dependent upon the slenderness ratio. So we have to evaluate the slenderness ratio first. So size of the equivalent square column, as we have given in class 7616, it is diameter is pi by 4 d square to the power half, and putting the value of d 180, we get 159.52 millimeter. So this is as per class 7616. For your memory recall, you can see this is the class 7616. For circular sections, d the dimension of side of a square column of an equivalent cross-sectional area pi by 4 d square, where d the diameter of the circular column. So accordingly, we found it out, and slenderness ratio S by D, span is given as 3000 millimeter, so divided by 159.52, 18.81, that must be less than 50. That is the maximum limit for slenderness ratio of any timber column. So this is as per class. So just to see, this is the class for solid timber columns. Its value of S by D shall not exceed 50. So it is okay. Now classification of the column based on slenderness ratio. So we know that the slenderness ratio is 8.81, that is greater than 11. 11 is the limit for the slenderness ratio of the short column. So maximum limit of short column is exceeded here. So we will investigate for intermediate column. So it is given in class 761. Just see where S by D ratio is less than or equal to 11, it will be short column, but in our case it is 18.18. So it is, we will investigate for this intermediate case. So for intermediate column, the value of K it is to be found out, which is 0.85 for E divided by FCP to the power half. So putting the value of E and FCP, we get it value as 21.65. So our value lies between these two limits. 18.81 lies between 11 and 21.65. So it is a intermediate column. This is as per class 761B of the IS 883. So this is the value intermediate column. So the value should be between 11 and 8. Then the next step is allowable stress and safe axial load. So for intermediate column, allowable stress from the formula is given as Fc is equal to FCP into 1 minus 1 by 3 S divided by K8 D to the raised to the power 4. So this is as per class 7612 of IS 183, that is extracted from the code. Just to see, this is the for intermediate columns, and this is the formula where K8 is 0.584 root over of E divided by FCP, and FCP is the permissible stress in compression parallel to the grain, and E is the modulus of elasticity that we have discussed earlier. So now we got the value, putting the parameters numerical value, we get the value of Fc as 5.59 MPa, and area of the circular column is A pi by 4 d square as usual, that is for area of circle formula, and we putting the value of d is equal to 180, we get it as 25,447 millimeter square. So safe axial load on the column will be area multiplied with the permissible stress value, that is 25447 into 5.59. This value permissible value Fc, that is permissible stress. So we multiplied with the area, we get 142.25 kilometer. So that is the answer. So these 4 steps will clearly indicate how you are going to solve the problem and how clearly you are thinking the solution of the problem. Then we will cover the next one, the next problem, a design problem, where a load is given and we have to find out the cross section. Here question number 2, a timber column has to carry an axial load of 450 kilonewton. If the unsupported length of the column is 2.5 meter, design a solid saw load column for the wet location. Assume pinned end conditions. So first we have to write down the data in the question. Here the axial load on the column as given 450 kilonewton, and unsupported length of the column as is given, it is 2.5 meter or 2500 millimeter, and both ends are pin-ended connection. So end connection is pin-ended. Location type, it is wet location, because location type influences the strength, and timber species is solid, and we are required to find out the size of the column. So this must be clearly understood before attacking a problem. If you write down the data correctly and also write down what you have to find it out, then it will be very easier for you to solve the problem. Now likewise we will follow the steps, design steps. Step 1 is permissible stress for the species of timber for solid and wet location. From table 1, the permissible compressive stress along the grain FCP, parallel to the grain or along the grain FCP is 7.7 MPa and E is 12.67 into 10 to the power 3 MPa, that is Young's modulus, that you can see from the table. So here it is solid as is given, and parallel to the grains its value is 7.7. So we can find it out from there, and here the value of Young's modulus are given, so you can refer to the code. Then step 2, approximate area and size of the column. In the step 2 we will assume that it is a short column. Initially we do not know whether it is a short column or intermediate column or long column. So as a first step we will assume that it is a short column. Then for that case FC is equal to FCP. For short column case, that is permissible stress is same as permissible stress parallel to the grain, that is equal to 7.7 MPa as per clause 67611. So sectional area required for load P will be P divided by FC, that is load divided by permissible stress. So load is 450 kilonewton divided by 7.7, we get required area is 58442 millimeter square. So if you assume a square column, then each side will be root over of this value, that is 58442, and we get the value as 241.75 millimeter. Then the next step is actual area of the column and classification based on Sanders ratio. So we have assumed, now we will depending upon our calculation we will assume a value. So here we got the value, calculated value required is 241.75. So we will assume that a square column size 250 into 250 millimeter. Then the slenderness ratio will be length divided by side, S by D, we get 10 less than 50. So as per this clause it is okay. So clause the value of S by D shall not exceed 50, so it is okay. And then we have to find out what is the type of slenderness ratio, whether it is short, intermediate or long. In this case, since 10 is within the value 11, that is the limit of slenderness ratio for the short column, so the maximum limit for the short column, so we have the case of a short column. At the step 4, we will check for safe axial load now. So for the short column, allowable stress is same, that is same as the stress parallel to the grain, that is 7.7 MPa, so as we have assumed earlier, and as per this clause. So for short columns, FC is equal to FCP. FCP is the permissible stress in compression parallel to the grain in Newton per meter square. So area of the square column is 250 into 250, 625,100 millimeter square. Then safe axial load on the column P dash should be area multiplied with permissible stress. So 62500 into 7.7, these two values are multiplied, we get 481.25 kilonewton, which is more than our applied load 450 kilonewton. So our design strength is more than the given load, so our design is safe. So therefore required size of the solid column we may use 250 millimeter into 250 millimeter. Here the self-supported column is not considered, as it may be noted that as it is negligible compared to the axial load. actually axial load is very high. So self weight of the column, if we add it with 450, if you add the self weight, it will be around 452 or 455 like that. So it is less than 481, so need not be considered. But we will see that we have considered here the assume that column is a square column, but we will deal with this problem assuming that the column is a rectangular column. So this is the alternative solution. Here we will assume that instead of a square column, we will use a rectangular column. So the actual area of the column and the classification based on slenderness ratio. All the steps 1 and 2 are same. So we will start from step 3 only. So here let us start from step 3. Let D is the least lateral dimension of a rectangular column. For short column, the slenderness ratio limit should be less than or equal to 11. So in that case, D should be S by 11 or 2500 divided by 11 to 27 millimeter. So each side of the least side of the rectangle should not be less than 227 millimeter as per class 76118. So this is the class. Here it is S by D should not exceed 11. So we have to choose a section so that its value is not less than 227 millimeter. So assuming one dimension of the column as 230 millimeter, that is more than 227 millimeter. The other dimension will be B into D is equal to A, or B will be A by D, that is 58442 divided by 230, 254.10 millimeter. So let us use a rectangular column of size 230 into 260 millimeter. Now the step 4, check for safe axial load. For this short column, as we know, its allowable stress will be same as permissible stress parallel to the grain. It is 7.7 MPa as usual. We have assumed earlier in step 1. Then area of the rectangular column we have taken here 230 into 260, so it comes as 59800 millimeter square. Then safe axial load on the column P dash will be area multiplied with the safe permissible stress. So 59800 into 7.7, it comes as to be 460.46 kilonewton, which is again more than 450 kilonewton our applied load. So design load is more than applied load. So our section is safe, and therefore required size of the solid column we can take as 230 millimeter into 260 millimeter. So here one thing you see that here economy is achieved because of taking a rectangular column. The area is 59800 against the previous area 62500. So here we are getting less area of wood, so we are getting less volume of wood. So the wood is purchased by volume or CFT like that, or cubic meter. So since the volume is less, so there will be economy in the latter case. So and also just you see here you get a design load of 460 kilonewton, whereas earlier we got a design load of 481 kilonewton, which is safe, but it is uneconomical. But by making a rectangular column, we are effecting economy because 460 is just sufficient to cover a load of 450 kilonewton. Now sample questions. You can see we are in examination 3 type of questions are asked. 2 mark questions are objective type questions. What is timber? What are timber structures? Where are timber structures used? Mention 2 major types of defects in timber. What do you mean by grading of timber? And name 2 parameters that affect the strength of timber. So these are the questions you should prepare for objective type. Then for short type questions, we have 3 questions like this. what are the types of timber and how they are grouped, explain defects in timber, and briefly describe the grading of timber. That we have covered in the previous class, so you can answer. And the last is long type question. So these are the two problems, one design problem and another analysis problem. And here just you see this design a circular column of unsupported length 4 meter to carry an axial load of 250 kilonewton. Assume inside location and pin end conditions. Use any common Indian species of wood. So it has given you freedom to use any type of wood. As you can use salwood, teak wood, or you can use also deodar wood, etc. So it is up to you. You can see the species of wood in the table 1 and accordingly choose. But here unsupported length is given, that is 4 meter. Then second question is a strut 120 mm in diameter is made up of salwood. It is situated in outside location and subjected to alternate wetting and drying. If effective length of column is 1.85 meter, determine the maximum external load the strut can carry. It is an analysis problem, but here just you mark it is unsupported length here, it is effective length here. So you have to, in this case, you have to find out effective length, but here already effective length is given, so you can use it directly in this formula. For reference, you can see the books, Elements of Steel, Timber and Masonry Design, or Steel and Timber Structures, and you can refer to also SP 33, that is BIS Handbook on Timber Design. So with this we are going to conclude. You can, for any doubts, you can contact with my WhatsApp number, that is 9046129775 for any clarification, and thank you.
झीटीए तो माटी आम सामाजिक और पारिवारिक जीवनर मूल कथाटी से माने आगकू गले आगकू जीव संसार आम झील मैंने आ पुओंकठू पछरे नाहांती एबे तो बदली गलानी समय बदली गलानी जुग से झील माननकू आहुरी आगकू नहीं आत्मनिर्भरशील और स्वावलंबी करने ओडिशा सरकार सुदक्षा योजना रे सरकारी आईटीआई माध्यम संपूर्ण मागणारे जोगई देउछंती सबु प्रकार उत्कृष्ट मानर वैषयिक ज्ञान कौशलर तालीम। एबे आम झील रहिबे सबुठू आगरे सबुठू उपरे।
मु सफल मु कुशली मु सुदक्षा